The morning sunlight streamed through the half-open blinds, painting stripes across the small living room. John rubbed his eyes, stretched his tired arms, and made his way to the kitchen for coffee. Life had been a struggle for him lately, working double shifts as a mechanic, trying to make ends meet, and raising his 10-year-old daughter, Emma, on his own. Every day felt like a balancing act, and every morning he woke up with the weight of the world pressing on his shoulders. But that morning, he wasn't prepared for what would happen next. As he glanced toward the living room, he froze. There she was, a woman he didn't recognize, confidently standing in his living room, wearing his favorite flannel shirt. Not just any woman, but someone who looked sharp, powerful, someone he would later learn was the CEO of a company he had admired for years. And she was smiling at him like she belonged there. Before we dive into this story, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like if you enjoy heartfelt, inspiring stories. Share your thoughts in the comments, and be part of our community here at Truthlines USA. John blinked, unsure if he was dreaming. "Ah, can I help you?" he asked cautiously. The woman chuckled, a warm, genuine sound that eased some of his initial fear. "Good morning, John. I hope you don't mind, but your shirt, it was the first thing I grabbed this morning." John's mouth went dry. "My shirt?" She nodded. "Yeah. It's soft, it feels like it's been with someone who cares, someone who really cares about the little things." He took a step closer, still confused. I don't understand. How did you get here?" The woman took a deep breath and smiled again, this time more softly. "I'm Hannah. I'm the CEO of Brightwave Tech. Yesterday, I was attending a conference downtown, and I lost my wallet in a cab. By the time I realized it, I had no idea how I'd get home. I wandered around, trying to figure out what to do, and that's when I saw you, helping a neighbor carry groceries up 3 flights of stairs. You didn't know me. You didn't even ask for anything in return. You just helped." John's eyebrows furrowed. I guess that's just what you do. My daughter's everything to me, and I know what it's like when people don't have help. You just help when you can." Hannah nodded. "Exactly. And that's when I felt like maybe the universe was giving me a little nudge. You didn't know it, but by the time I got home, I was exhausted, frustrated, and scared. I saw your home, knocked, and you let me in without a second thought. You offered me coffee, a seat, and a warm conversation. And somehow, I felt safe. That's why I'm here this morning." John felt a lump in his throat. He was used to working hard, used to the struggles and the sacrifices, but recognition like this, it was rare. I just did what felt right. I didn't think it was anything special." Hannah shook her head. "It's everything special. The world doesn't have enough people like you. And that's why I borrowed your shirt. I wanted to feel a little of that kindness this morning. To remind myself that even when life is hard, goodness exists. And it's people like you who carry it." The words hit John harder than he expected. He wasn't a hero. He wasn't someone in a position of influence. He was a single dad, trying to survive, trying to give his daughter a happy life. And yet, somehow, his simple act of kindness had rippled far beyond what he could see. Hannah continued, "You know, John, it's easy to think that small gestures don't matter. But let me tell you, they do. They matter more than we often realize. I have board meetings, big decisions, pressures that weigh me down every day. And yet, a simple act, like helping a neighbor, opens a door. It reminds people that kindness isn't lost. That hope isn't gone." John laughed softly, a little embarrassed. "I've never thought of it like that. I just do what I can for Emma and for the people around me. That's the most important thing," Hannah said. "Kindness starts in small circles, with people we love, and slowly, quietly, it spreads." For a moment, they sat in silence, letting the quiet hum of the morning fill the room. Emma's laughter echoed from her bedroom as she got ready for school, and John felt a wave of gratitude. Life wasn't perfect, but there were moments like this, moments where humanity reminded him of its beauty. Hannah finally spoke again, her voice soft but firm. "John, I want to do something for you. Not charity, not a handout. I want to give you a chance to expand your skills, to grow, and to have a future where your kindness is recognized in ways beyond what you can imagine." John's eyes widened. I don't know what to say. Say yes, she said with a gentle smile. Say yes to yourself, and let the kindness you already live with guide you forward. Over the next few weeks, John's life began to change. Hannah offered him a position at her company that allowed him to work flexible hours while learning skills he never imagined he could master. He discovered talents he had buried under years of exhaustion and self-doubt. Emma noticed the change too. She saw her dad smiling more, less stressed, and more hopeful about the future. And yet, through it all, John never let go of what mattered most, the small acts of kindness that had brought him to this moment. He continued helping neighbors, volunteering at local events, and teaching Emma the value of compassion. The world around him began to shift, subtly but powerfully. People remembered his warmth, his willingness to help, and the genuine care he showed without expecting anything in return. One evening, as he and Emma walked home from the park, she looked up at him with big, thoughtful eyes. "Dad, do you remember the lady who came to our house wearing your shirt?" she asked. John chuckled. "How could I forget?" "Well," Emma said, tugging his hand, "I think what she said was true. You really do make a difference. And I want to be like you when I grow up." John felt tears prick at the corners of his eyes. In that moment, he realized that kindness isn't just about the people we help directly. It's about the example we set, the inspiration we plant in others, and the hope we leave behind. His life hadn't changed because of wealth or status, it had changed because of the ripple effect of his simple, genuine acts of compassion. Hannah remained a part of their lives too, but not as a distant corporate figure. She became a friend, a mentor, and a reminder that sometimes, the universe rewards quiet goodness in ways we never expect. She often told John, "Your kindness was a beacon. It didn't just help me, it reminded me why I do what I do, why I try to be better, and why I believe in people." John's story spread through their community, quietly inspiring others. People who had known him for years began to notice the subtle magic of everyday kindness, the neighbor whose car he fixed without charge, the elderly woman he shoveled snow for, the children he helped with homework even when he was exhausted. His acts didn't make headlines or earn him awards, but they made the world better, one small gesture at a time. And that, perhaps, is the most profound lesson of all. Kindness doesn't require fame, money, or recognition. It doesn't need to be big or flashy. It simply needs to be real. When we act with compassion, when we choose to help without expecting anything in return, we create ripples that extend far beyond our sight. We touch lives we may never know, and sometimes, those touches come back in the most extraordinary ways. Years later, John would look back on that morning and smile. The memory of a woman standing in his living room, wearing his shirt, still warmed his heart. But even more than that, he remembered the lesson she brought with her, that every small act of kindness has the power to change the world. And that the simplest gestures, offering help, listening with empathy, sharing a smile, can echo far beyond what we ever imagine. As he tucked Emma into bed that night, he whispered, "Always remember, sweetheart, kindness matters. Every little thing you do for someone else makes a difference, even if you can't see it right away." Emma hugged him tightly. "I know, Dad. I'll remember." And with that, John realized something profound. Kindness isn't just a habit, it's a legacy. It's the quiet, unwavering force that shapes lives, inspires hope, and reminds us all that even in a world that can feel overwhelming, good people still exist. Good people still matter. So the next time you're faced with an opportunity to help someone, to listen, to share, or simply to be present, remember John's story. Remember how a small act of genuine kindness, a simple gesture done without expectation, can create ripples that touch hearts, change lives, and even alter the course of someone else's journey. Because in the end, that's the true power of kindness. It's invisible, it's effortless, and it's limitless. And the world becomes a brighter, warmer place, one small act at a time.